What's up, guys? It's your boy GRC. We're live every single day, crypto in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, and we are talking about the latest and the greatest and all the bull ass in between in the DeFi space, in the crypto space, every single day at 11 a.m. I love saying that, every single day at 11 a.m. I haven't tweeted any of this out or anything, so we'll just see how it all goes, but check me, guys. We got a lot going on today. We got two articles we're bringing up, and then we're just going to have an open conversation. The one article is the 7 DeFi risks you should be aware of, according to CoinShares. So we got to look into CoinShares a little bit, but the article was pretty good. I read it, but I read it this morning, so I haven't refreshed it, but I remember thinking article pretty good. The second article we have is about, and this is more of like me, Sam, conjecture. I went on this. The leaked emails, crypto exchange Coinbase is temporarily closing its affiliate marketing program. And I know that I don't care about the affiliate marketing program, but some of the details in there are actually interesting to the overall. They tell you about the unemployment, they tell you about everything. So, and I mean, Sam, the unemployment, I can't stop hearing about people getting laid off. Everyone's getting laid off. In the cryptos, in these crypto companies, I'm not talking about everything else. All these crypto companies, all the financial companies, T. Rowe Price, they're laying people off. Period. No more job. You went to school for 8 years, no more job for you. That's the funniest. It's not funny, okay? It's actually horrible that they can communist you to go to school for 8 years and then steal your job out of your hand, and then you're like, wait, I just lost $3 million. When you do the time value proposition plus the debt you're acquiring, it's absolutely the value proposition for that is zero. People that tell you to participate that by social norm are ignorant. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to school, but if you don't know exactly what the fuck you're doing before you go to school, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be spending that cash. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Oh, real quick, guys, KSB TV/golf. Go to the website. We're going to play the promo video real quick. If it's still up, it might not be. I don't know if I saved it to the tabs, and I don't know if Bullish is listening right now. But if he wants to play that real quick and he's there, which he might not be, it will play and just interrupt me while I'm going. But guys, KSB TV, I am going to be on the feet with the crew.
I'm here. I got both versions. You want the dirty version or the clean version?
Hold on. Is it curse words? Is it
no curse words?
As long as it's not curse words, I think the algo will pick it. We'll be cool with it, guys. We're getting a sneak peek, or at least I'm getting a sneak peek. The dirty version, guys. GRC likes it dirty. That was weird. I didn't mean to say it like that. But let's play it, guys. I'm going to be on the feet. KSB TV. It's going to be a banger. I'm so excited. This is next month, guys. Golf tournament. If you like to golf and you love crypto and you're not at this event, you are mushy brains, because come on, crypto golf. I don't golf, but guess what I do? I walk around and talk. So I love to walk around and chit chat with people. I teamed up with KSB TV. We're pumping this thing up. The golf tournament. I got Dip Catcher. I got Gold Key hopefully coming. I want them to golf. I want them to be there. I'm DMing lots of people's. I'm excited. Who likes golf in the chat? Biceps, if you like golf in the chat. I'm down a few pounds, guys. Yeah, it's depressing. I know. I'm still shred. Guys, let's play the dirty version real quick. And I'm excited. I don't know what the dirty version has to offer.
Where will you be on September 5th, 2022? Do not miss your chance to participate in the Pulse Masters Golf Tournament. This is the official kickoff to PulseCon, and the Hex Ladies need you to help get it in the hole. With any size donation, we will be willing and waiting to wash all of your dirty balls. The tournament takes place at the renowned Revere Golf Club with 2 shotgun start times. 7 a.m. best ball for you early dirty birds, and 1:30 p.m. scramble, sure to be an afternoon delight. So please consider donating to ensure your balls will be washed at our hole, and maybe you'll get your shaft shined as well. Visit ksb.tv coinbase.com/golf to donate and for more info on sponsorship levels, contests, and prizes.
You already know what time it is.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Here to take notes.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Here to take notes.
Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some hacks and I'm making a stay. Got me some heads on, I'm making it rain. Pay me some maxi and that's just in case. Jim ready sent me to show you the way.
DeFi Pro.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Here to take notes.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phone.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Here to take notes.
Yo, that video is hilarious. I hope you guys have a blast out there. I'm looking forward to these 7 tips or whatever for keeping your money secure that you found. I think that you're muted. I think covering more of this kind of stuff will be valuable to people who are coming into the
It's the
space.
7 DeFi risks. So it's just like kind of showing what the actual like risk profile is from like a detail-ish perspective to the newer person.
Which is going to be helpful because there's a lot of people.
I'm finding there's more new people than I think in these chats, Sam. Something I'm realizing is a lot of people that watch the daily YouTube content, not all of them, they really want help. And sometimes we overshoot like the help part and just like talk nerdy. But I think it's important to bring it back when we don't have any like live, like crazy shit going on to just what's important and like risk profiles and talking through the basics, not all the like conjecture, but just the basics.
I shared a screenshot with you and Bullish in the chat yesterday where somebody that we know that all of us know that we would have thought knew how to provide liquidity, didn't know how to provide liquidity. And I thought this was very interesting. And you bringing this up relative to the education, I think is important because not everybody, like, because we do this every fucking day, we feel more comfortable with this shit. But we got to put this into perspective that a lot of people, right, have their family and their job, and they're not like.
I do this shit every day, and I'm just getting comfortable with it. There's never been a thing in my life that I had to do for a full year before I got comfortable with it. It took me a full fucking year. And like half that year, I wasn't even working. I was just studying. So like, it took a while for me. So I'm very critically aware of like the nuance insight that it takes to go from like A to Z, right? Like, cause I was at A to Z. Most people kind of like in the middle, but I was like construction boy, no computer.
And if we do believe in this community, then how does this community grow? How does this community evolve? How does this community get better? By what we are doing, by bringing in these pieces. This is the education that a lot of people are not getting around this kind of stuff, because a lot of the people just don't know about certain things.
Well, they just skip it. They always skip it. They always go straight to the trenbolone before they ever lift weights. You know what I mean? They never want to do it right. Me and Sam were so critically aware that we could not just abuse steroids to be like the most ripped people ever. That was obvious to us after we learned like 2 things. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, first of all, is this sustainable? No. Okay, is this will people just be like, will my aggression get worse? Probably, yes. Will this all be negated when I crash off of all this shit eventually? Yes. So it's the same thing in crypto. It's like you can become a super ripped guy with or without doing anything crazy, but you need that understanding of what is actually occurring. Like what's actually occurring? Like what does it mean when someone says a DEX? Like that stuff. Like people don't. Again, I know because I'm willing to admit the way that I was thinking at the time, because I didn't care. At the time, I didn't know what a DEX was. I was using it. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was swapping on Uniswap and stuff. I had no idea what a DEX was. I didn't know someone didn't hold and own the shit.
The other day I went to do something, and I went to Matcha XYZ, right, which is an aggregator.
Amazing website, by the way.
And whether it was something I was doing or something on the site was down, and I couldn't do a limit order, so I just had to place a market order, right? Like I was like, okay, cool. I need to do this trade. It's okay if it takes some time for it to get filled. I'd like a cheaper price. I'm gonna do a limit order. But just understanding what the fuck I just said to half of the people.
Yeah, if you just wrote that sentence down, you just said, I went on matcha.xyz, or I went on an aggregator, and the
limit order
function was not working appropriately. Therefore, I had to do a market buy on the front end or on the interface. No, but that would 95% knock 99% of people out of understanding in the community. And I'm not saying in the head community. That would be a little bit different because they all had to use these things to get to that point. A lot of these things. So maybe they had.
But still.
But I know, but most people don't even interact with the deck.
No, correct. But like, look at that screenshot I sent you yesterday.
I don't know. Yeah. No, but again, some people stakings have been so efficient for some people, Sam. So you got to remember, some people just made really major gains, and it kind of lulled their thinking a little bit to the point where they're like, and then Richard doubles down because he's a great marketer. And he says, like, these are the things that I would do if I was a new guy. These are the things that I would do if I wasn't rich. Like, he kind of mentions, like, it's probably best if you don't click around, but it does not negate the point that the future is here. Me and Sam are nerds, dude. Like, we're willing to look into all this stuff, and we're going to.
This is the future. Like, you're gonna have to learn this shit. You're gonna have to.
Exactly. We're gonna have to. But you could learn it at a normal ass pace too, like a normal ass pace. Like, it's not dense information. It's just a taboo subject, and it gets lost. It gets lost in translation. In all the, like, aggregator, AMM bot. Like, people think these are the most incredibly explosive ideas ever. They're not. They have AMM bots on RuneScape in 2002. Seriously.
Yeah.
They had a grand exchange where everything aggregated into the middle without you. It was automatic. And they still have.
And it was online?
Yeah. The coin. So 10 years ago, the coins that were in my account are worth US dollar today.
Wow.
I can use an interface, Sam. Listen, I can use an interface, put my coins from that game into that, and it comes out with a bond for the game. But this is a big enough game where they actually have revenue. There's a revenue cycle on this game. This is just me learning about the game. I haven't played it in a decade. But I open the account. I'm interacting with these things. I'm looking at the technology. It's absolutely incredible. But my coins today, at an inflation rate, roughly 45% a year, are worth more than they were in 2012.
Wow, demand is fucking exploding.
Well, nobody had shit from then. This discontinued stuff from 2014. No supply. All my value went up. I had these things called dragon bones, and it was something you got for killing a dragon. I had 2,000 of them in my account. I was like, what are these things? And I put them on the Grand Exchange, and it was like 300 million fucking coins, which is like a ridiculous amount. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked back at the log in the thing, and it told me I bought them for, like, the smallest amount back in the day or whatever. So it was interesting.
Do you remember how much?
A live, active Web3 market that has continued from 2002 to now, and it is still, you can still exchange money in and out of it.
Wow!
Isn't that incredible?
This is fucking
game.
Awesome. Okay, so this.
I'm sorry. We just
no. This is perfect because we're talking about learning, and one of the things that I'm going to be covering possibly tonight, depending. I'm going to be going to the beach, so depending on when we get back. But CZ, right, the founder and CEO of Binance, the largest exchange in the world, and one of the largest L1s, like BSC, Binance Smart Chain, one of the largest out there, also behind PancakeSwap and investor in tons and tons of other projects, came out with his annual report of, just his words and thoughts on crypto and on Binance. So I'll be covering that later today. And the idea behind this is there is a tremendous amount of following behind, say, Warren Buffett and his annual report letter that he sends out for
Oh my
Berkshire
God,
Hathaway.
I've heard about the.
You've heard of it, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's fucking 96 years old or whatever, right?
I would never read it, but I've heard about the volume that people that read it.
And now you have thought leaders, you have people who have been in this, right? Binance has been around for 5 years, which means that fucking CZ has been in crypto for way longer than 5 years. And to have that perspective and be able to learn from those people from this kind of thing, I'm going to do a video on that later today. They also just put out their first half of 2022 annual report type thing for the state of the nation in crypto. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go through that and we can go through some, takeaways on that. Also, you want to give a preview for tomorrow's show if it's all locked in?
It's locked in. Jack Laverne's coming on tomorrow, guys. I'll pull up. You want to pull up his Twitter real quick for me?
Yep.
That would be great, just to give people context. I'm sorry, this dude's a genius. I'll talk to this dude as long as he'll stay on. Sam has to get off. I'm probably going to stay on just because chit-chatting about this guy, he just cuts through the fat without being aggressive at all.
Why?
And he just cuts through it all, tells you to take percentages.
That precedent, that law, whatever you want to call it.
Something's playing in the back.
It's there unless you get a constitutional amendment, which requires all.
Is that me?
No, it was on that side. I just muted it.
My bad. So Jack Laverne, guys, ex-Google, number 21, early stage investor, biohacker, founder of ImageShack.com, Imagegazer.com. Nothing I say or tweet is financial advice. Go down a couple. Let's see what his last couple tweets were here. He's tweeting BTC OG speaks out on Hex. Very interesting. He's a Hex supporter. That's for damn sure. He loves the Hexicans. Let's see what he likes to read. Joe Rogan and this guy, I had the honor of working right next to the first Netscape building on the Middlefield Road in Mount View 1997. We thought we were late to the party back then. Little did we. No, they thought they were late to the party, Sam. That's like people in crypto. People in crypto think they're late to the party. Woke Twitter is a cult. Joe Rogan and guest Mark Andreessen hilariously draw comparisons between Twitter and religion. Yeah, Twitter's absolutely a joke. What a joke. The average consumer on there, if you curse at them, they cry. Blah, 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 blah. It's ridiculous. I don't even call people dorks on there anymore because I think they're going to freaking lock my account. I used to call everyone a dork because I thought that was the most neutral word ever. And then people started dork shaming me. And I was just okay, enough with the dork. Okay, guys, real quick, I'm going to start with this video. I want to see if Sam has any thoughts on this as I read through. It's a quick read. So we have here the leaked emails. Crypto exchange Coinbase is temporarily closing the U.S. affiliate marketing program, which I have always seen on there, by the way. I don't know when it started by any means, but the affiliate part of that has always been in there. Coinbase is temporarily closing. In a leaked email shared with Insider, Coinbase said the U.S. program will close on July 19th. In the same email, the company said it plans to restart the program in 2023. Interesting that they're going to start again in 2023. We'll keep an eye on that. I don't really care about the affiliate program, but you know what I mean. I just look at these dates, see what they're saying a little bit, if I can get any information. According to because I use Coinbase, guys. So this information, I guess I should have started with that. I use Coinbase, so I read all the Coinbase news, and this was one that I just wanted to read because it was popping off all over the internet, so I was just kind of curious. According to the email sent to 3 creators and shared with Insider, crypto exchange Coinbase is temporarily closing affiliate. My bad. Let's go down. The change comes at a time when Coinbase is grappling with a crypto crash. On June 14th, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong announced in a blog post that the company was laying off 18% of its workforce. Sam, that's a lot. Your whole workforce. I'm imagining having a company. I worked for a tower company that probably had 40 guys, 44 tower climbers. Imagine if you had to take out a fifth of them. That is a lot of extra work and a lot less load that they're basically saying we don't have the load to do this anymore. And Coinbase is huge, guys. I want to reiterate, Coinbase is ginormous. Everyone knows Coinbase in the whole world.
But Okay, so keep that highlighted there. Let me just show you something for 1 second, because what happens if your revenue just is cut down by 60 or 70%? So what do we have here? This is Coinbase Exchange. This is Coinbase Exchange trading volume over the last year.
Oh,
So
this is the volume.
So what does this look
Can you
like?
do a more than a year time frame? Maybe like 2.
Yeah, let's just do all time and see what it says, and I'll shorten it. Let's shorten it to say 2020.
Yeah, I want to see. Okay, this is a good marker to show the whole kind of layout of it. So again, guys, but we're returning to rates. This is a question for Sam, from me to Sam. So like, we're returning to rates we saw in 2000, right before 2018, a little bit in 2019. Don't you think good companies should be prepared to? This is all I'm saying, right? Like, this is not an aggressive chart. Like, this is not. Like, this is good trading volume, kind of sideways in a bear market, but they're scared. They're very scared. They're scared. Why? Because they over leveraged themselves and thought it was Moonrunner forever. And now we're actually in a bit of an economic problem.
So there's in my opinion, a lot of companies who are publicly traded have perverse incentives, right? There's a reason why innovation doesn't come from the S&P 500. There's a reason, because they don't actually innovate. They buy innovative companies because the structure, the incentives, is a quarterly incentive. These companies, including Coinbase, have an incentive to hit quarterly numbers, right? Because that's how they report. So when you're
how does that work? Like, so if I was a Coinbase supervisor for one of their teams, I guess that if I would just want to make it as much volume as possible. However you do that, marketing or whatever you do to get volume on Coinbase, you just continue to do that. Like, is it marketing? Is it?
So think about this. Think about this. Think about the decisions you would make if you knew you were going to sleep with this girl for, say, just the next week, but you weren't going to sleep with her after the next week. Like, you're just going to be like fucking around, right? You're just going to be like bop, bop, and then you're going to be done after the next week. Like, are you going to put yourself in that frame of mind? Now let's contrast that to somebody that you want to build a relationship with in terms of a long-term relationship. What are the decisions you're going to make different? If I'm just going to sleep with somebody for one night or just fucking couple nights, like, I don't give a fuck, right? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you kind of turn your emotions off for it.
So this is an extreme example versus a long-term. You make different decisions.
But when they start laying off employees, doesn't that hurt their reputation, or do you think it just doesn't matter?
But that's where you get these perverse incentives. Like, it's the same exact thing. Dating somebody for a week, just sleeping with them, versus like, hey,
so by perverse, you mean like you're being direct and indirect at the same time, like almost like they're being
short-term thinking versus long-term thinking.
But they know how this all works out at the end for them. Probably it's kind of what you're saying. Like, they're rich and happy, and they just want to make it exit liquidity for the time being. They'll probably recover, and they just don't care enough about the long-term prospects. I don't want to say they don't care enough about the long-term prospects because we haven't seen all the numbers yet, but it just incentivizes, to me, like 20% layoff. We're at 20K Bitcoin, guys. That's normal as fuck. Like, this is not unusual yet. And I get worried because I think maybe these guys know what the fuck's about to happen, and they're just like, "Fuck it, like, we're gonna be down for 2 years."
Is that
okay?
But the only reason I say that I don't think that's the case, because you see companies like this laying people off. You see every single lending protocol laying people off or going bankrupt, right? You see OpenSea. OpenSea the other day announced that they're laying off people, right? Well, who expands during these times? The people who have prepared for these, the people who have thought beyond one effing fucking cycle.
Right? That doesn't happen.
And
no one does that for some reason.
There's only this is literally the reason why.
Because it's so explosive that they just know they're gonna get all their gains back anyway, too. Like,
it's very short term. There's a word in I think it's ophthalmology, right? The study of like eyes or vision or something like that. And myopic, right? Which is very short-sightedness, right? So when you see behavior where they focus on 90 days versus multiple year horizons, like with public companies, you get the behavior where they overexpand during bullish markets and then they have to lay people off during bear markets. And you get this like chopping back and forth versus just like, hey, let's just think long-term to start with. Like, let's just fucking do that to start with, because that's a good framework to build on. And you look at these other companies and then compare this to Binance.
Yeah, I'd love to. Can we look at that?
Well, let's actually.
Is it a publicly traded company as well?
I don't know. Actually, let's take a look at Binance.
Guys, real quick, while he's doing that, I just tweeted this out, little tweet. If you could retweet that right now, retweet, hit that like, hit the subscribe. But I would really like if you retweeted this tweet right here. If you're catching me, retweet the tweet. If it's on the replay, retweet the tweet. I don't give up.
Okay, so this very similar chart. I don't know if you can see this. This is Binance, but the right here. So Binance and Nomics, their trading volume very similar. It does not look nearly as down and to the right, in my opinion.
Better. It looks way good. Looks way better.
Flatter, right? Way flatter, right?
Well, no, it's holding. I mean, it's actually holding on gains where the other one was flopping on itself. Like this thing's holding up right now. But like the next leg down of this would be like where Coinbase is at now.
Correct. Exactly. And the next leg down for Coinbase is bankruptcy. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. They need to cut their costs. This is one of the reasons why they're probably cutting their affiliate program. Because
do they know the volume's going to come? Like, it's just so complex when you start talking about these companies because they're so manufactured. Like everything that they do, it seems like is manufactured. Like you can never tell the incentives of a person in a publicly traded company, can you? You just assume that it's bad if the price is going down and they're laying people off.
Well, it's just very short-term thinking. So in public traded companies, a lot of the times, depending on the level of like the manager or executive in the company, they will get quarterly bonuses. So what do you want to do? You want to increase your quarterly bonus. That means you make short-term effing decisions to increase your quarterly bonus, even though long-term it hurts the company. So this shit fucking happens over and over and over and over and over again. And it's been perpetual. Now, this is where we see the difference between Binance and Coinbase. Binance is hiring 2,000 people. Coinbase is laying off 20%. So who the fuck wins in this race? Like it's pretty obvious. Yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious.
Binance crushing the game because of their volume. I don't use Binance, but I understand why people do. And it's fast as lightning and it's cheap as lightning. So here, guys, we have a income statement, Coinbase Global Incorporated. Okay, earnings and estimates, Coinbase Global Incorporated. Guys, let me look through this real quick, Sam. What do we got? We got annual. We got quarterly. So the 5-quarter trend, Sam, March 2022. What can we extrapolate?
Look at the down. Okay, so right where your mouse, or I'm sorry, go to net income, which is the first chart.
Yep,
the first one, and then you see profit. March 2022.
Wow, minus close to 450 million, guys.
And that was
last quarter. They went from up 1 billion to down to 450 million. That's a fucking $1 billion swing.
And things have gotten worse for them. Why do we see the layoffs? Why do we see the reduction in the affiliate thing? Because the affiliate thing costs money, employees cost money. Let's get rid of those fucking things to save our business because it is drastically reducing in size.
And the affiliate program is whacked ass bullshit, risk on bullshit that real crypto people don't fuck with because all the fake crypto people are broke and they already sold their shit.
I don't know.
Staking and all that shit on Coinbase is stupid. Anyways, we'll go back, guys. That's
the article.
You want to know too that shit got wrecked and all your Celsius coins are gone forever. If I had to remind you, my buddy got 20K robbed up on Celsius, and we were talking yesterday, and he should have listened to me. I gave him a little shit.
Oh man, damn. There's a lot. Of
Yeah,
people
no, I
listening.
felt horrible. Like, luckily, this dude's like smart as fuck and has a good job and saves all his money, so it wasn't like a big deal. But it was still depressing. 20K loss, like that'll put you back
Who
emotionally.
wants to lose
No
20
one,
grand?
no one wants to lose, guys. So Sam kind of just mentioned something that opened my eyes a little bit, that the affiliate program is probably where they got all the employees to dump these from. So they probably just dumped all the affiliate marketing program, or the guys that dealt with that shit. They probably dumped those guys and just dumped the program. So I didn't really link those two things together yet. Like they did dump the affiliate program and then they dumped the same amount of employees into the same article. It's like they probably just did it from that. On 18% of its workforce of the 1,100 employees, or it was about 1,100 employees, Sam. So 1,100 employees. On Friday, Bloomberg reported that Coinbase is now the 14th largest crypto exchange in the world, up from the 4th position a year ago. 4th to 14th, guys. That's called not keeping up with the Joneses. They could not keep up with the Joneses. Too much competition and not enough long-term thinking, Sam. You brought that up with the long-term thinking, because when you get competition, Sam, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I could make a fucking exchange at this point. I probably get 3 friends together, $1 million, make an exchange. It's not hard, guys. Everyone can do it. And the person who wants it the most is going to do better. And Binance wants it more than Coinbase. Sorry. Prior to this recent affiliate news, Coinbase reduced commission rates for some influencers in June. One creator who was earning $40 per sign up in 2022 said that they saw the amount drop by more than 90% to $2 per sign up.
$2 per sign up is still a lot, though. To give perspective, Amazon does the same exact thing.
But that was early 2022. That was pretty quick switch.
Think about this. So affiliate marketing, right? So if anybody is not familiar with affiliate marketing, you can go check out my Instagram, click on the link there, and if you go purchase something through one of those links, I think there might only be one up there. I get a percentage of the sale. Well, that's how it works as affiliate marketing. $40 per sign up is gargantuan. So what do you do if there's a $40 sign up? Well, as an affiliate, what you do is you run Facebook ads or Google ads or Pinterest ads or Snapchat ads or TikTok ads or whatever your prerogative is, at the cost of, say, $20 a pop or $30 a pop. So you pay $30 to get somebody, and then you flip that effectively to Coinbase for $40. So you make $10 a pop, and there's people who make millions per year as affiliate marketers. That's all they do. They're really good at the arb between those two things, finding the ways to get the attention and then selling that attention or that sign up to businesses that will pay them for that. I think that a lot of affiliate marketers who are very good will eventually run businesses, because it's far more, there's benefits to being an affiliate marketer in terms of like not a lot of overhead or anything like that, but the amount of money you can make if you understand the arb between getting the attention and selling them something, instead of giving that customer to fucking Coinbase, if you do it yourself, would be super valuable. But that's a crazy big drop. Amazon does this a lot. A 4th influencer using the program said, my commissions are almost non-existent with them now, so I didn't pay attention. There's, by the way, that statement from the 4th influencer, most influencers don't make much money, because making money as an influencer is challenging.
Well, it's just about, like, they probably have some guys with some good size in the crypto world. So there's probably a couple guys that they're dealing on. Probably more, like, there's probably a little list of guys that have a lot, and then like big number of people that have nothing. So
correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's more like a targeting thing. So their influencers aren't happy is what they're saying. The guys that actually were making profit from this, the very few, maybe the 20, 50, 100, I don't know the numbers. They're like, fuck this, because there might be, go to Binance. Fuck it.
Can we use Binance in the US?
It's called Binance US.
Oh, okay. So I should set up an account with them.
Yeah.
And I was also reading something the other day where Binance actually has lower fees too, for retail people. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's cheaper in every way.
That makes sense. Okay,
But
cool.
I mean, that's why it's kind of corrupt too, because I mean they play the money game, but they just overhedge the money and then just take a lot of it, but have a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to make big business, like big business. Anyway, let's get back into the article. Sorry guys, I'm just spazzing out today. Doesn't matter. A fourth influencer using my program, my commission is almost non-existent. Many personal finance influencers generate revenue from affiliate marketing. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, so that's that. Bearish fears on the US value stock, blah, blah, blah. That I just wanted to open up a little bit about Coinbase in general, because I use Coinbase and I will not be using it that much longer. So I usually bring stuff up that kind of hits home with me a little bit, and I'm looking for alternatives. My favorite alternatives right now, that's what I'm looking for. So suggestions, I know Kraken, I know a bunch of stuff, but like, what's the best of the best, guys? Where is the best of the best for me and Sam to be trading? Where's the alpha, Jerry? Where's the fucking alpha? Where I know you're not paying shit. You're not paying anything. Tell us the alpha. Me and Sam we are still new about onboarding money onto crypto. We kind of just get it over with. At least I do. So I'm trying to get more. The fuck is this?
This is what you can use. This is what I'm going to be switching to from Coinbase. If people are not,
let me make sure I take in my notes. All right, let's go.
This is Trust Token. So it's like Coinbase, it's like US Binance, where you still have to KYC, but it allows you to actually, let's walk through what we currently have, right? Coinbase, for example. I transfer money from my bank account to Coinbase. They charge me a fee to do that, right? Then to go from Coinbase to my wallet, there's another fee there. There's an Ethereum fee there, right? So I have to pay 2 fees to get into crypto, basically, because Coinbase is not crypto in my point of view. So there's 2 fees to get in there, and it becomes expensive going through that route. Well, this is Trust Token. They've been around since 2017. They went live in 2018. And they use this TUSD. So this is a stable coin. And what this is a 100% backed stable coin. So how is it 100% backed? It's backed. I back it. If I transfer into $10,000, then I mint $10,000 of the stable coin. That's it. So it is, think of like a Wikipedia for stable coins. You know how Wikipedia is created, where there's like a couple of people behind Wikipedia, but a lot of the content on Wikipedia in terms of information, learning about nuances around peptides or weird fucking shit is from the users who are not getting paid, right? Well, that is how the TUSD is growing. It's by people like me who are bringing money in, and then I'm minting TUSD. And how this works is I have to pay to get my bank. I think the only way to do it is with a wire. I'm going to hopefully be doing this later today so I can do a video on it to hopefully help people if anybody's interested. But they claim the fees are a fraction of what they are at Coinbase. And then all you do is you wire the money in and it goes straight into your Ethereum wallet. That's all. There's no like multiple steps. There's no multiple fees. It's one tiny little fee.
Give me the rundown top to bottom real quick. Like just if you were bringing money in.
So if you were bringing money in, and I just got my account approved, so I'm going to be doing this hopefully later today. But first, you have to set up your account here. Let me stop sharing this and see if in case it has anything weird when I sign in. Once you sign in, this is what it's going to look like. I'll pull this up and show you in just a second. I just need to do the 2-factor authentication. So give me 1 second to pull this up.
You guys are getting some lucky alpha right here.
This is a referral from Funding Jim. So
we should get Funding Jim on the show and do a Trust Token show.
Yeah, this is good shit. Okay, so you can do, these are all 100% backed. They've got GBP, which is the British pound, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, and then the Korean dollar.
Who did this?
It was a team. I read through their white paper a couple weeks ago and did like another video on it. If Bullish can find it on the channel and wants to share it. Very interesting. They also have like DeFi that like a lot of people trust, in the sense where they're super open about all their reserves. They're transparent about a lot of what they do. They've been around for 4 years in crypto, which kind of is a long time in crypto. And everything's backed and audited by third parties. So like it's awesome. So you can go through here, you mint this, and you say, hey, I'm going to use an exchange wallet or I'm going to use my own. So you click in here, and then you just put in your wallet. You put in your wallet address, and I'll be like, Sam is the boss, right? As the name for my wallet. Now, if I put in my wallet here, address here, so this is the fake, whatever called wallet. So say I copy this, I put this here, and I put this here, and I'd be like, I own and control accesses. So I press add, and it says disclaimer, continue, and it says it's been added. Now, by clicking the continue button, I certify that the wallet information provided is correct. Okay, cool. Okay, so now this is what we do. This is literally the first time I'm going through this. How to wire in funds, the transfer fees. Although we don't charge fees, the banks that handle your wire transfer may charge fees. So this is 100% accurate. Any fees incurred will be deducted from the true USD that is minted. Domestic wire fees can be around $30 and international can be up to $100 depending on the intermediaries. So I just transferred in some money to Coinbase and it was, I think, over $150, right? So whatever that is, domestic wire, which because they're in the US, is probably going to cost me like $20 to $50. There are companies that do it for free. I will probably transfer to or open a bank account with them. Make sure your wire is successful. Wires only. We do not accept transfers from ACH, FPS, local minor transfers, Venmo, PayPal, etc. Send the wire in USD. The address is here. This would be recipient, and then they give you all the information. So your bank is going to need this information, right? They use the Canadian Bank, Royal Bank of Canada, I think this is. They use this, but they're located in the United States. So all you do is you wire this in, and then they mint you a 100% backed stablecoin, TUSD. And so this is awesome, guys. What you can do is do this in reverse. So we're talking about using this to access or to put money into crypto. But say you want to pay a bill. Say you want to take money out. Well, what you can do here, if you remember, you can go through and press redeem. So redeem allows me to take money out of crypto without the cumbersome fees of going through Coinbase. You can also set this up with a business, so your business can use this. This is awesome. I'm going to be doing a whole run through on this. As soon as I do my first wire transfer, I can do another video to just do an update on this. This is stuff that allows you to avoid fees, allows you to just go, it takes away the entire step of Coinbase. You just go from one currency, fiat currency, into crypto. There's not one fiat currency, then into Coinbase, and then into crypto. It gets rid of that whole entire step, and it is a lot cheaper. Is this anything like Huracash? No, because there is KYC here. So it goes into a Ethereum wallet. You could take your Ethereum wallet and then push your shit through something like Tornado Cash if you wanted to, or go wherever you wanted to from there. What is the point in, I can buy USDC in MM. I'm not sure. What is MM?
MetaMask.
MetaMask. Yeah. If you want to pay all those fees through MetaMask.
Yeah. So go, Sam. Some people are new.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying. Fees,
guys. Fees. That's it. Just fees. Basically, it's fees. You know, you just pay. Coinbase butts you. MetaMask butts you. Everything will butt you where you can. And some things are easier and smoother and way better for show. So that this is one of those options. Coinbase is absolutely trash. They force you to pay $20 and they force you to do under $1,000 in a transaction. So they just milk you the whole time. It's just a milk fest. Milky.
Yes.
It's a milky fest. It's a middleman milky fest.
Okay, so cool. Also, I think that we could do an awesome segment. You guys let us know what you think in here. What are some of the most cool ways you could apply blockchain technology to real world? One of the
Sam needs more blockchain technology. We lost him. He's back.
So what happens when I press the back button on the mouse. One of the interesting ideas I think would be utilizing a smart contract to refinance a house. I just went through and refinanced this. Not only is the process stupidly cumbersome, it takes 2 fucking months, and it is.
Wait, that's what I hate, dude. You're a god. You're the god of doing shit like that, though. You really are. Like that's a trait that I don't know why you have, and I don't know how. I wish I had it, but you can deal with that shit for months on end. It crushes me emotionally. Like I hate it. I hate calling people. I hate emailing people, and you know how hard they make it to make you do stuff that benefits you. So it's just it's very difficult. But if you want to download a credit card and have a $5,000, like I could download a credit card right now and get a $5,000 free, just 21% APR with 2 clicks, without even like breathing. Like you could stumble on the website and have a credit card in your wallet, and that's the technology catch up that I'm talking about. We need to get there, and I think that people in this community is trying to get there.
If you could go through and refinance your house and it not take over 2 fucking months, and
I would do it every day.
and it doesn't cost you $25,000 to touch your own fucking equity. Like everybody wants to get their grimy fucking fingers in there, right? So why does it have to be like that? It doesn't have to be like that even slightly. You could use that. So crypto, right? A lot of people believe crypto is created to get rid of middlemen, right? So doing a refinance on your own effing fucking house, middlemen extract. In my case, it was about $25,000 from a refinance. That is $25,000 of your effing money somebody else takes that is not effing necessary. Now, think about applying blockchain to this, where everything could be done with a smart contract. It could all be done with the smart contract. It's just like, say you link your bank account with a smart contract. It goes through and does a read on your bank statement, and it sees, okay, he's got cash flow coming in consistently for the last 2 months, right? And then it goes through and it does a read of the top 5 or 6 different sites that give a idea of market values in the area, and it does some, you can use AI or machine learning to figure out a value of that, and maybe the end point of an appraisal goes into there or something, or the appraisal could go away. I don't know how exactly it would be structured. It sounds like an awesome problem to solve, right? It would be extremely valuable, but then you could go through and cut the time from refinancing from 2 months down to 1 day or something, or 2 days to get a refinance done. And instead of the middleman extracting fucking value out of your pocket, that value goes into
you guys start talking about your shit. People are gonna start working. No, that's actually a real problem in this community. Like every time I say something, like someone starts doing it the second after, even if it's like an idea I was talking about with Bullish. So people are ready and spring loaded too. And not that we couldn't dominate anything, but you know what I mean? Like this is a problem that needs solving. So anyone who wants to solve it, give it a fucking shot.
And if you want help or want to talk about this shit, like fucking hit me up. I've got a bunch more ideas.
Yeah, and if you have a bunch of money and you want to talk about launching something, like we have fucking millions of ideas, but we're just learning right now. So, and it's the bear market, so we're trying to catch a vibe. Like, learning the crypto market that intimately, really intimately, we could be down for 6 months to 2 years probably. Like, so it's a weird time to switch the mortgage game up, but it's the time to start building. It's the time to start building.
So what do you think about this, right? So you pick the industry, there is some type of designation. So here's another idea. If you guys think of something like this, let me know. Can I put my wife on the blockchain?
I got dev. Dev work isn't really the problem. There's always devs.
Okay, so what do you think about this? So you pick the arena, and there is a designation. So there's say something like Consumer Reports, or something like if you've ever heard of a CFA or CPA, right? Or something, answer what? Our HR? Can you talk to the chat? My fingers are tired. Yes, we are talking to the chat. Well, are we? Do we miss anything? Oops, you're muted.
We got Hex Love on here. We got everybody. Retro Static. But how will the lawyers make their money? Fuck lawyers. Lawyers are so stupid. Lawyers are the dumbest thing, the worst fucking thing that was ever invented. The legal system's horrible. If you go to Texas and get charged with anything, they're going to throw you in fucking jail.
Here's another idea. Okay, this is not crypto related, but it could be applied in some fashion to crypto. What if, the opacity, or like if you have ever to deal with a lawyer, transparency around pricing is garbage, just like transparency around the medical industry is garbage. But what if about creating a business? The whole entire business was about the transparency of pricing for different things in or related to lawyers. Because you talk to one lawyer and he'll be like, yeah, that's $100, right? And you talk to another lawyer, he's like, yeah, it's $1,500. Do exactly the same fucking thing. Because there's no like way to compare pricing.
You're like,
of
who?
lawyers.
Do you have a lawyer that you know? Yeah, he's a family friend, and that's like how it goes. It's like how it goes. Like, oh yeah, this is the lawyer we use because he's like we can kind of trust him and we kind of know him.
And exactly, but in reality, it's like trusting your fucking Uncle Joe who doesn't know dick about finance to teach you about crypto.
My lawyer, shout out to my lawyer though, because he's the fucking real one. No jokes. Like, I didn't have to pay for the shit at the time. So I wasn't worried about that part of it, but he hooked your boy up, helped him out. But yeah, no, it's all just a big circle jerk. The guys that take advantage of it, you don't hate on them. You just wish the system could be a little bit better. And now we have the tools to do so, obviously.
So getting back to sounds like a medical problem. Yeah. So when you get back to the designation thing, what about creating a designation for crypto? So this is going to live near that crypto, but maybe it's a separate business where it is like the CPA, like the CFA, like say Good Housekeeping Consumer Reports on crypto. So each individual project can have a ranking or like that stamp of approval that says, hey, this project is decentralized. There's no admin keys. The people have been KYC'd. This is going on and this is going on, and have 4 or 5 different criteria where that is the trust. That is what helps bridge the trust between consumers and the crypto projects, because you have to trust something to be able to want to put your money in there, right? The reason we put money through Coinbase is because we trust it to a certain enough extent that we're willing to follow that fucking path to do that. Now, going through and creating the designation for crypto where you get that stamp of approval, I do believe, GRC had mentioned this before he came on, I do believe this is going to be something that somebody creates. We could create that same exact thing. Why not do something like that? I'd love to hear what you guys think about this kind of stuff too. What ideas do you have or think that this might, like how you could utilize blockchain to be applied to solve business problems? Like, what is the problem? How can you use this technology, this shift? Because we're going through this giant shift, right? Where podcasting wasn't around 15 years ago. Live streaming wasn't around 15 years ago. Now we're going through the shift. Now podcasting is massive. So there's a platform shift. We're having this platform shift with money and smart contracts where you can remove the middlemen in a certain way. So what are problems out there where this new shift?
Every problem. Everything. I can't do anything without getting wrecked. It's fucking horrible. It's not horrible like from a me perspective, but it's horrible from like nobody gives a fuck. And like it's just the way it is. My guys, real quick, I want to bring this up. So we got the Pulse Conference online has been popping on the last couple of days, guys. What do we got today? There's a little GRC action on here. And I'm trying to make sure the time. So, I mean, I'm going to be there, obviously. You see that Jack Laverne's on there. Why does it say hour 5? Which one am I? Oh, but is this? This might be the wrong. Oh, here it is. Day 3, Saturday. Best leader panel. Me, Orca, Cabana,
Oh, cool.
Tangent. Guys, that's hour 1. That's at 5 p.m. PT. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, guys. So check it out. We'll be on there. Orca, hopefully Orca will be on there. Is he going to be a no-show? I'm not sure. Orca will not be there. Fan-fucking-tastic. Maybe we can jump Sam in instead of that. I'll ask him. If Orca's not going to be there, I wish Orca was going to be there. Obviously, I love Hex Orca. Bring Hex Orca back. Free Hex Orca. I don't know what the fuck we're hashtagging, but we love Hex Orca. Everyone in this community should love Hex Orca, and we are. Sam, let's just dive into this real quick.
Okay.
7 risks to DeFi.
I'm reading through Hex Love around this. Interesting. This is an interesting idea. But while you pull that up,
Hex Love, you're the man. Thanks for all the conjecture. Let's pull this up, guys. 7 DeFi risks you should be aware of, according to Corn Shares.
I forgot we were going to cover this. Good.
Okay. Risks are inherent to all financial sectors, and decentralized finance is no exception, for sure. The most common forms of, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, Sam, or if you think anything's not correct. The most common forms of financial risk in traditional finance include credit risk, liquidity risk, asset-backed risk, foreign investment risk, equity risk, and currency risks. While some of these risks may be present in DeFi, the industry largely has its own unique risks. In the recent report by digital asset investment firm CoinShare highlights 7 of them. Volatility. Now, guys, we all understand volatility pretty intimately because we just went through a 95% dump. So but we highlight that a lot. And I think for people that don't know anything about crypto, yes, the amount of volatility that there is fucking risky as fuck, because if you're buying the top and you have no idea, not even a fucking cent of a clue that we're near the top, that's the one thing about Legacy's better, is it doesn't wreck people as hard. But it doesn't, there's no gain. So it's stupid. But again, people are scared of the risk. So I think it is important to I think it is the most important negative aspect to someone who doesn't know it, but it's the most important positive aspect to someone who does. It's the most important aspect to me that there is volatility. That is the reason that I'm here. I would like some of that volatility, please, because I know how to work it and we've been taught well. So first, crypto is extremely volatile and users need to consider this in evaluating their collateral or the value of a decentralized app's treasury. This explains why over-collateralization is a former practice in DeFi. It also explains why DeFi protocol's compound treasury has received a credit rating of B- from the major credit rating agency S&P Global Ratings. The agency cited that the uncertain regulatory regime for stablecoins, stable to fiat convertibility risk, and Treasury's limited capital base, along with 4% per annum return obligations as reasons for the decision. Now, Sam, in a real decentralized platform, I guess the one thing that's a major risk is this, right?
I think that's only temporary.
Well, yeah, it's just the right now. We're just talking about right now, guys.
Yeah,
this is all just in a year, this article will make no sense.
Because we're going to be living.
We're
going to be living in crypto. We're going to be doing everything in crypto. So who gives a shit about getting back to fiat? Right now, we care about it.
Right.
But in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, however long it takes to do this, we're not going to give a shit.
And I think that's important to highlight. So, because me and Sam are hyper aware of the technology that is developing right now. It's ridiculous. It's nonstop. It's absolutely nonstop. Volatility, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Smart contracts.
So smart contract bugs. This is an important one for me because this is where I start to think I'm a little out of the loop understanding wise. A smart contract is a self-executing contract with pre-specified terms and conditions, guys. That basically means it's code and it's built in and it does a certain function. It executes a program exactly as written, but that does not guarantee its safety. Errors in smart contracts can prove to be detrimental, particularly since The blockchain is immutable, meaning that these errors cannot easily be rectified. As long as humans remain imperfect, so will the code they write, the report said. I don't agree with that, really. That doesn't really make sense because code is like an extrapolation of many different humans, like, you know. So I think that there can be
the point is, if you use fiat, right, that's garbage. If you use fiat, which is garbage, to back up a stable coin in crypto, and then you say this crypto is a fully backed cryptocurrency, right? It's backed up by garbage. Like, does that really hold value? Backing shit up by garbage, right?
I
That's
know,
kind of
but
the idea.
I know, but how long will that garbage be the standard?
Well, that's why we're having this iterative process
Yeah.
where like liquidity, I think it's liquidity from Ethereum is being copied to Pulse Chain, and some changes are being made because there's mistakes or things that weren't thought of when it was implemented. Now V2 is coming out on Pulse Chain, and it's better in some ways, you know. But go ahead, Ponzinomics.
Ponzinomics. So this one's interesting. As of now, the bulk of the majority of the DeFi tokens offer no true value accrual mechanisms. That is true, for real. Like most, but again, it's easy to say most when 99% of the shit's barely even known by anyone, and 1%. So if you're talking about the top 1%, yeah, there's still some things that do offer no true value accrual mechanisms, but most, I'd say for the most part, Hex is the best for this. This is what Hex solves. And Hex monetizes the value of time, which is getting stolen from us at a 3.69% rate to the sacred class. Aside from voting power, this could tempt protocols to opt for more Ponzinomics to attract users and increase temporarily the price of the tokens. The report said, oh, wait, so they can like market? Is that what they're saying? Like marketing?
Yeah, or just other types of things. All crypto and
are they just
everything
talking about like that double back, like real Ponzinomics? Like when
But
you're
what let's define like what they mean by Ponzinomics, right? From my
I can
point,
click on it.
Cool. Let's see what they say. Because that's Ponzi. They're probably thinking of it as a negative thing, but the U.S. dollar is the same fucking thing. If people decide it's not worth
The
anything, then
only
it's not worth anything.
Ponzi thing that's like true is like pyramid scheme shit. That like people get those two things mixed up a lot. Like the pyramid scheme shit is so dumb though, and it's not really the same. Ponzi is just a word for marketing that they just like fucking brutalize. What is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investing scam promising high rates of return with little risk to investors. 95% dump. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investing scam which generates returns for earlier investors with money taken from the later investors. Every single thing that ever has accrued value. This is similar to a pyramid scheme in that both are based on using investor funds to pay earlier back. The thing about a pyramid scheme is different is that you actually have to get affiliate people, which is stupid. Both Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes eventually bottom out when the flood of the new investors dries up and there isn't enough money to go around. That's the one thing that's cool about perpetual yield, guys. It doesn't go out of style. Making extra gains on your money sitting there is very valuable. So that just stays. And if you hard code something to be like Hex is, where you're just inflating more Hex, it can be super awesome. I can hear your mic.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so we'll go to mercenaries, guys. Mercenaries. The fourth risk that can come from DeFi is liquidity providers leaving projects after taking advantage of the short-term incentives programs used to attract liquidity. So I guess that's talking more about the launch.
People do it coming out with something and then pulling their liquidity post.
Basically, VCs dumping into things for like a month or two just to like squeeze out those early day gains.
Yeah, and then being able to get out and pull your liquidity, and what is the person left with? They're all left with the shit token, right? They can't pull the money out.
Also known as mercenaries, while certain tokenomics can help create access to robust liquidity, we already have all this. More experimentation needs to be done for the users. I disagree. I think that we figured that out. I could switch out to a bunch of different shit at this point. Like, I don't, if I had to get money out, like there's 2 or 3 things I could do. So I don't think that like You know what I mean? Losing the peg, depegging.
This is not a good one. Losing the peg, right? Like that's only applies to stable coins.
Right. So I think they're just going to mainly talk about
Terry.
depegging from an algorithmic failure. So they're talking about algorithmic stable coins. We don't really deal in those here too often. But we did learn about them pretty densely for a while the Terra Luna crash was actually happening live. We were covering all that. So if you want to watch some of those videos about when Terra was actually crashing, we were watching it live. It was absolutely incredible. So yeah, we learned all about that shit. We learned all about algorithmic stable coins. What an algorithmic stable coin is a fucking extra long word to take your money. It's like it's an extra long word to confuse you enough where you think something's happening automatically. But what it means is you can now take advantage of the system. You can now swap between assets when one has more than the other, but the perceived user wouldn't know the difference because they're being pegged one for one. They're being sold for ones, right? But that's not the case. If everyone fucking dumps it, what if everyone dumps it? What if one dude holds 55% of your stable? Like it's just full fucking it's full fucking lies. That's all algorithmic stable coins are. They're bull market beast modes and they're bear market bankrupt. Like it's the way it is. It's crazy. But losing the peg, those algorithmic stable coins, we try to deal more in the one-to-one pairs here. At least me. I'm not there yet with any kind of algorithm. The governance dangers, yeah. Another DeFi risk comes from governance. Governance is not an easy endeavor, especially in this decentralized setting. I think Colt's doing the best job at that at the moment.
Of which one?
Governance. Colt. Like in general, like I think,
and they still have opportunity to get better. But yeah, I agree.
They're trying to do some governance plays that are pretty actually interesting if you read into them. The author further added that the current one token, one vote system actually leads to voter apathy. Yes, absolutely true. The eternal looming regulations. CoinShare pointed that the uncertainty in regulation. Sam, I think we can kind of agree on this one. There is uncertainty in short-term regulation, right?
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, which remains as the sword hanging over the head of DeFi. Yeah, pretty much. But me and Sam have enough insight to know that we've already over-leveraged them enough. Like Bitcoin got in there enough. I don't know how Bitcoin did it, but god damn it, it did it. Like fuck, it got in there 69 million% from the bottom.
Think about countries like China or Egypt. Several countries like China and Egypt have taken a harsh stance with regards to crypto announcing bans. So think about that. That is like banning the fucking internet. These countries are going to be way behind. It's just going to be hurting their citizens, right? Because we're going to get all the gains and they're going to be like, why are they getting all the gains, right? It's because you fucked up, bro. You decided to ban one of the best fucking inventions that's happened in a long effing time.
Yeah, so total value loss, bear market leads to massive total value loss, guys. That kind of goes to the volatility.
Total value lock.
Total value lock. That's what I meant. Goes down dramatically. I just wanted to highlight some of that stuff as we went, guys, to talk a little bit about the truth of the matter. Like it's becoming more risky right now to buy speculative assets. So it's going to be really fun to watch. Wow. I mean, Ethereum's 1250 right now, which is funny. You know, it's just really playing with my mind for the biggest dump of all time because and I'm not saying don't buy Ethereum. I don't fucking know. But I'm saying like most of my shit's in USDC and shit seems a little bit temporarily inflated. People think bull market, craziness. I was reading this article from the super popular Bitcoin dude saying, oh, we're hopped over the 200 soon. It's over. Like we're going to, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. Anyway, guys, before we go, thank you so much, Sam. Your insight on all the shit today was fantastic. We're going to be stepping up our game, like I say, every single day. You know, Sam, I had the plan to stream later first, but now I have to do that. I'm doing the Pulse conference thing, so maybe I'll piggyback off of the back of that. But tomorrow I'm going to start streaming probably pretty regularly at 6 p.m. And I'm going to try to make like the thumbnails beforehand and try to get all into it. I think I'm ready to do twice a day for the most of the days if I'm covering. And I know people hate that shit, but again, like I'm trying to get better at this shit. Like it's hard to get better. You got to do it a lot.
Correct. But I think that's great. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m., you're going to be doing that, I believe, right?
And we're going on with Jack Laverne at 345,000 Twitter subscribers tomorrow to have a very in-depth conversation about the market, the macro, DeFi, everything. So bring your coffee and your learning pants.
We're also transitioning from StreamYard to Restream, so we're trying to bring everyone a better experience. You know, to Jermat's point, you know, we're trying to do things a little bit better. We're trying to bring a little bit more structure, a little bit more segments. So, like, you know, stay tuned for that, like, next week.
Bullish,
Yes.
Thank you so much for your assistance on that. I set up the account on Restream. We're all locked in on that. We're just going to ease my way into that, and I'm just going to listen to Bullish and do whatever he says.
Yeah,
So,
we're already in there. We're setting it up. We're gonna, like we spoke about, we're gonna brand it. You know, we're coming out with merch. We're coming out with a bunch of stuff. So, like, stay tuned.
Yep, I'm trying to stay aggressive, guys. I'm trying to keep going. We have a bear market here. It's a great opportunity for me to get bigger. It's a great opportunity for me to actually learn, but really hard, you know. So, and I think that's the most important. So when it's go time and go time's pulse chain launch, bull market, big money being made, we're locked in. We have our audience of guys that understand DeFi, that understand smart contracts, that understand decentralized wallets. And we're just going to keep hooking it up. Sam, are you doing anything else today?
I'm going to the beach. I'd like to get the CZ Binance letter, his open letter from the company to people. I'm going to read through that and probably do a video on it. I've got a lot of stuff on my list to do. I hope everybody's creating an amazing day. I would like to hear some DeFi proofs to take us out of here. If you guys want to check out links, check them out down below. With that,
if you guys want to donate, I'm going to drop a link below, guys. I hope everyone has a freaking great ass day, and I will see you later on the Pulse Conference, guys.
peace.
Pulse Conference.
Young folks, you dripping on them motherfucker.
Richard Hart. Richard Hart.
Bought my hex from the fucking start. .1 every day we mark. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hair restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hair restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Checking my MetaMask moving. Look at the hex, he is mooning. Looking at why they be choosing. Peter is why they be losing. Pull chains out, now get me a check. He's gas up and it got me a mess. Remember the times he died, collect. Hex I been eating, I'm dying in the best. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Getting this back like a year ago. Getting this post, I ain't letting go. Swerving the ring like a Lambo. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hair restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart. Bought my hex from the fucking start. Sacrificing all this bread like I'm Richard Hart. Got paid on big payday and I had a hair restart. Now I'm checking on my pulse just to check my heart.